He is one of the most charismatic managers in football, but Jurgen Klopp's lifestyle is quite shocking, from his early life and career to his failed marriage, flashy properties, and net worth. This is the Germany's heavy metal lifestyle. Jurgen Norbert Klopp was born on June 16, 1967 in Stuttgart, Germany, to Mr. Norbert Klopp and Elisabeth Klopp. Klopp's father was a decent amateur footballer who played as a goalkeeper, while his mother was a salesperson. Young Klopp spent most of his childhood in the German back forest village of Glatten, along with his two older sisters. Although Klopp aspired to be a doctor while growing up, he wasn't quite confident in his intellectual ability, so he went for what he thought was the next best thing: football. Having been introduced to football, tennis, and skiing by his father, Klopp started playing football for local club SV Glatten when he was 5. After about a decade with the club, he spent the next 4 years with the TuS Ergenzingen before having a stint at FC Pforzheim, as well as 3 Frankfurt clubs in the span of 3 years. As an amateur, Klopp also took a couple of part-time jobs to make ends meet. He once worked at a local widow rental store. He also attended the Goethe University of Frankfurt. 23-year-old Klopp was eventually signed by Mainz 05 in 1990, and his professional career took off from there. The German spent his entire professional 56 goals in 340 appearances. His commitment and attitude made him a fan favorite at the defense midway through his senior career. In 1995, while playing, Klopp obtained a diploma, an equivalent of Masters in Sports Science at the Goethe University of Frankfurt. Surprisingly, his thesis was about race walking rather than football, although Klopp retired at his Mainz 05's highest goal serial role even as a player. In his world, I had 4th division feet and a 1st division head. While still playing, Klopp took notes of his manager's training methods and studied under Rich Muller in order to obtain his football coaching license. Klopp retired at the age of 33 and was appointed as the club's manager in February 2001. Klopp quickly became a proponent of Spring, which is a tactic that involves immediate attempt to win back position after losing it. As Mainz manager, Klopp narrowly missed out on promotion in his first 2 full seasons, with 4th place finishes, before earning promotion at the 3rd attempt. It would be the first time of getting promoted to Bundesliga in the club's history. Mainz also qualified for 2005 or 6 UEFA Cup with Klopp. After impressive consecutive 11th place finishes in the top flight, the team got relegated and the German resigned a year after not being able to take them back to the top flight. Jurgen was then approached by Borussia Dortmund and he became the club's new manager in 2008. The German side was the youngest ever to win the Bundesliga, and he did so in 2 consecutive seasons between 2010 and 2012, breaking Bayern Munich's dominance. Dortmund won their first ever domestic double after Klopp's team won the DFB Pokal trophy alongside the league title in 2011-2012 season. The following season, Dortmund narrowly missed out on the Champions League title after an incredible run to the final. Although Klopp's final season with the club weren't as impressive, he left Dortmund as one of the best managers in the world in June 2015. Less than 4 months after his departure from Bundesliga, Liverpool won the race to get Klopp's signature. Klopp helped Liverpool return to Champions League football. Although the manager lost first few finals with the Merseyside club, he eventually put together a formidable team that won the Champions League trophy, UEFA Super Cup, FIFA Club World Cup, the first Premier League title in 3 decades, FA Cup and Leagues Cups, domestically, Klopp's Liverpool have gone toe-to-toe with Pep Guardiola's Man City in the last few years, with expectation of last season. We could go on with the football talk, but that's not why we're here actually. So, let's get off the pitch. Not many people know of Klopp's failed marriage. The Liverpool boss was previously married to Sabine Klopp, and Sabine's marriage lasted 12 years before ending in divorce in 2001. They have a son, Mark, who was born in 1988. Mark played for a number of German sides before retiring prematurely due to injuries. After 4 years of being a divorce, Klopp got married to children's writer Ola Sandrock in December 2005. The couple met at a bar where Eula was working as a waitress during the Oktoberfest celebration of that year, and Eula had no idea who Klopp was. Neither did she have any interest in football. They don't have any kids together, but Eula has a son from a previous marriage. Klopp says his wife is the reason behind his recent renewed commitment to Liverpool. Well, on a sad note, Klopp's father died in 2000 after a 2-year battle with liver cancer, while his mother died in 2021. The Anfield man was unable to attend her funeral due to travel restrictions from the pandemic. For those who don't know Klopp very well, here is what his lifestyle looks like. Klopp is a Lutheran and has talked about his faith in public. Still, there is a slight madness about him, which makes everyone love his approach to life. Klopp is super modest and prefers to keep his private life away from the spotlight. Does this guy even have a social media account? He isn't the kind of a person who enjoys taking the train to his home rather than driving a luxurious car after football matches. After getting off the train, Klopp would take long walks home. He could care less about expensive toys or comfort. So, why don't we take a look at some of the properties owned by the current longest-serving manager in the Premier League? The 6'4" manager rented a luxurious 7-bedroom home in Formby by when he first arrived at Liverpool in 2015. The property was owned by former Leicester boss Brendan Rodgers. After about 4 years, he was kicked out of the mansion after Brendan Rodgers wanted to sell the property. He set his eyes on a £4,000 per month home in Sefton Park. The German recently bought a holiday home next to the tennis club in Santa Ponsa, Mallorca. Many fans expected Klopp to own a Ferrari or Porsche, but couldn't be further away from the truth. Although the German once had a Porsche, he only drove it for about a year before signing a contract with Opel. His Opel Insignia base price is around £25,000 only. He also has a new Opel Astra plug-in hybrid, but when you have millions rolling in every month, it's hard not to eventually get an expensive toy. It's probably why the German recently splashed £150,000 on a Bentley GT Continual last year. The 56-year-old earns £16 million annually at Liverpool, making him the second highest paid manager in the Premier League, just below his rival Pep Guardiola, who earned £19 million. Klopp's new deal with the Reds didn't involve pay rises, as a German didn't even request for money, another testament to just how down to earth he is. Klopp has endorsements with Puma, Adidas, Opel, German brewery Erdinger, as well as German cooperative banking group, which also brings him some decent income. We estimate his net worth to be around £35 million. As you would expect, the Reds manager is big on charity. Klopp played a prominent role in the German anti-racism campaign Respect, No Place for Racism. Back in September 2019, Klopp joined the Common Goal charity family after winning the match. Donates 1% of his annual salary towards various football charities all over the world. Klopp has also participated in charity matches in the past to raise funds for the less privileged. Most of the controversies that the German has been involved and have to do with either his eccentric and sometimes hilarious goal celebrations or outbursts with referees. Outside football, you would be hard-pressed to hear about the Liverpool manager getting involved in any controversy. There is probably still something you might not know about Jurgen Klopp. In the spring of 2012, he underwent a hair transplant at a clinic in Düsseldorf, Germany, and the results were cool. More than 10 years after his hair transplant, Klopp's hairline still looks natural, although we don't often see him without his baseball cap, which could point to the fact that he is losing some hair density. It's kinda what you expect for someone in his late 50s.